a while back, we saw there was that a little insecurity creeping into the Airbnb business.
Yeah.
And there were incidences of murder in some of these Airbnb facilities. We saw the government coming in and trying to legalize, and they were encouraging B&B owners to register. But you see, even in the registration, I know most of them were shying away because of the tax
bit. Yeah.
The tax bit. What do you think? What do you think the government would do so that it is fair enough for every Airbnb owner to be able to afford this? Because I'm sure all of them want to register their businesses.
What I can say is there's one aspect government sometimes uses to gather information, to understand the magnitude. And we've seen this with pay bill, buy goods, and right now it's poachy. Okay, we don't want to tax, we don't want to assume you're in a business, but just have it at poachy.
Yes.
But it gives us the dimension that how many people
actually
the future
covered.
taxed.
Yes.
They are looking at future tax brackets. Yes.
So people think poachy is this poachy it cuts. But that's a government tool of understanding what how many unbankable business we have, what is the volume of business they drive, and in future, trust me, it will be captured in that way. So the same with B&B. Sometimes if you come in just with the price tag, people will not adhere. But if you come with the incentive that helps to secure the business, the kind of business, and formalize it and structure it, then of course the cost will always come later. But right now, it will take time, and it will always be reactionary when something wrong happens.
I think also to add on what John has said, we are not saying no to government coming in and putting in measures, because the measures that the government is putting in is also to try and ensure that the people that are using those Airbnbs are also secured. But you see now, when the government comes in with a blanket rule that is not making sense to me as a business person, then definitely I will have that reaction to it. But if we have proper measures, because if you want to control, then you will have an issue. But if you come in and say, we want to legalize this and have these measures so that every player that is in that industry is given a proper and good opportunity to do their business without any interference, without having issues that will bring in a lot of confusion as well. So for me, I think government has to have proper measures to control, not just to come in and impose things that are not working out also.
Another issue would be on the same, on government regulation. Sometimes the government wants to, as John said, it's more of a revenue collection thing as opposed to a development of that trade. I think we also, when we had the ride-hailing service that was competing with the matatus, and it was quickly killed because they said they were using tourist service vehicles as opposed to where you could book for transport on public transport from your house to wherever you're going, and it was on time every time. You're departing at this time, as opposed to the system where we have right now. You have in most of those people who run the Airbnbs, they don't run them on the platform. They run them as Airbnbs, but they are not actually on that platform. So those are the ones that had issues with the security because there was no registration. The booking was not on the platform. But later on, you find that the rule is blanket in the fact that it covers everyone. Where they tell you have to put cameras in those. Most people go to those places for privacy. So when you start installing cameras, it beats the whole purpose of the Airbnb. If you're putting them in the public areas outside of the Airbnb, that is quite okay, because then you'll be catching the criminals, people with criminal intent who are going into those places. You find a lot of people who also run those businesses. Say sometimes they have clients who come in, go off the platform, and then bring damage to the property, and they are not held accountable because they have no follow. When they disappear the next morning, nobody knows where to get them. Yes.
Okay. So still on the same topic about Airbnbs, I've seen some of the Airbnbs owners complain that business has really been bad of late. What do you think? Because even as we see, the uptake is high, but then that's why I'm still asking about saturation. Is it the location? What are we not doing right to actually make sure that the Airbnb market is well, how will I say, we are not seeing a gap in that? Because you see, even the hotels, the business in hotels is a bit low, and we would think that now the Airbnbs should peak because of
there's a general trend economically where if you do not have enough money in your pocket, then the first things you cut off are travel, especially unnecessary travel, unless you're traveling for work, unless you're traveling for a function which you cannot miss, but where you're looking at leisure travel. But then again, on the other end, if you look at the recent holiday which we've just had, what we call the summer holidays for the international schools and for the local schools, the August holidays, where the trains were full from the 1st of August to the end of the month when kids resumed school. And after they resumed school, there was no one else traveling after that. So it was the families traveling, but then you find, again, I think, as I said, the product sometimes is a bit overpriced.
Yes.
So if you're trying to compete, if I look at it objectively, and you're charging me for a 1-bedroom Airbnb in Mombasa at about 8,000, a 1-bedroom probably occupies me and my partner maybe. If I need to travel with the kids, I might need a 2-bedroom. If I am going to a 2-bedroom and it is past 12,000-15,000, then I would rather stay in the hotel, because in the hotel I then get serviced. The food is available on demand. I don't have to go looking for anything out there in terms of shopping. Everything is provided as long as I can pay for it. And then you also have the concept of full board, and also there is the other concept of all-inclusive, where I'm paying for everything. And I get food, drinks. There's no more penny I am paying after I pay the initial amount. So in the market will balance out the pricing, first of all, and then it will also balance out the demand. Because as I said, the hotels were full, the trains were full, the flights were full. I was to do a conference in Mombasa, and I had to bring it to Nairobi, because there was the people who were coming in from outside the country could not get transportation to Mombasa. But there was no such demand in the other places. So you just need to look at the places which have demand. Diani is a big thing now. Watamu is becoming a big thing. Malindi, not so much, because that one is where actually the concept of villas and houses began in the Kenyan market. But now you find it is a very exclusive kind of setup, where you have people who build villas next to the sea, 4 or 5 bedroom. So if you're a family or if you're a group of friends, it's okay. But if you're traveling alone, then it is not very ideal.
What I can also say is that the dynamic may be affected by the local, micro, or the macro environment of the country in terms of capital flow. So you can imagine, for over a year, all the major projects that were being undertaken, if you've been, you guys travel around the country, the recent past, and especially in Nairobi, you see a lot of construction coming back to life. Government had stuck with investors' cash, billions of money for over a year. That is cash crunch in the country. Just one bit of it. And there's a lot of effect to the same, to the local economy. Now, is it saturation, or is it poor uptake of BNBs? It may be yes, maybe no. I think when you come into the B&B business in Kenya, and in any business that you do, there's usually dynamics depending on the quarter or the month. And the trend is usually the same. There's a peak season, there's a low season. And this, the more you run it, the more you understand the market. But I think the biggest challenge with Airbnb is in Kenya, because, we've run them, and you guys have them.
Yes.
Is I being a new entrant in the market, I need to know WhatsApp groups.
Yes.
Facebook groups.
Yes.
You've already to an extent what do you call it? Limited
yes.
the reach.
Yes.
The B&B this limits a lot of diaspora tourism. So now it depends on how you package yourself, and that's why I was saying sometimes government needs to take time and build in structures, because Airbnb may work well in the world, maybe not in Kenya. Why don't we have something that we can structure, localized, have something that sorts our business, and it can be very easy for reach, and and also the more you run it, the more you also have the firewalls.
Yes.
But I think the biggest challenge in terms of maintaining the clientele within the year, I think, is how to have all these, make it easier for people traveling. And it's not even for people traveling in. If I want to find B&B, where do I think? Should I go? As a customer, even as a Kenyan, I'm very green, and I'm like, where is B&B? You go to Facebook, you go to... There's something that needs to come.
Booking.com,
exactly.
Trivago.
Yes.
Usually the usual pages, which are international in nature, but then you find also in the Kenyan owners are going the localized way without really exploring the external market.
Yes. And the thing is, this international, websites sometimes do not favor us.
Yes.
Exactly.
You can know your behavior. These people come, stay in your room, and later on say poor services. And sometimes it's discouraged so many Kenyans from listing on this platform. And that is why we need something localized. So when we come in, this same thing like when you come in another country, you don't have Uber, you have Farasi or something like that. You get it's the same thing that when you come to Kenya, you have to use this app for it will help a lot.
I think something else also, John, we need also to be very clear, because location also matters.
Yes,
you don't expect to have your B&B in a very interior place or somewhere that is not like next to the road or near the airport or near the amenities that you're looking at, and you expect your return on that. So as you also look at where you want to put your money, you need to look at the location, look at also the product that you're offering, because sometimes we blame the clients that they are giving bad reviews, but in real sense, is your B&B up to the standard? Would I give my 2K to come to your B&B or give my 2K to go to a hotel? Because it has to make sense to me as well as a client.
But then there's also a market for those people, the ones you're saying which are off-grid. There's also a market now, a market trend towards people who are looking for off-grid. You want far away from the town. Like if you go to Naivasha, they're always full during the week with the conferences. And on the weekends, with the travelers who go for the weekend.
I think Alan is mentioning about what you buy versus what you get.
Yes.
You're selling me a nice road to the place.
Yes.
But when you drive there...
It is an experience. It's a whole 4-week drive experience.
The staging of the house was done just for staging. Then, I think it's also a big factor.
Because if you really want to compete with hotels, then you have to put in the standard that the hotels have, so that someone will not think twice about going to an Airbnb. They'll know that the standard is the same or even much better. Yes.
And also the recommendation of the customers who have been to your property, because that plays a very big part. Nowadays, I do not even look at your photos when I am looking for such properties, because photos tend to be airbrushed. They tend to be taken with high definition cameras, but when you go to the reviews is where you'll get the real story. Yes.
But you can imagine the biggest population in Kenya is WhatsApp. Where do you get these reviews?
You'll find them if you go to the social media pages, IG.
No, I'm great,
Facebook.
and I've seen the pictures. That's why we need something to structure this thing.
Yeah.
And that's why I say
Because,
the regulation should not be government driven. It
Yeah.
should be self-regulation by the players,
Yeah.
but also now
It's an opportunity,
on the
actually.
platforms, because if you go off the platform, then you have no guarantee of even if you pay money, you'll get your money back.
Exactly.
Because there are also tendencies in the last 2-3 years where people are putting pictures on social media, showing that I have a property in Malindi, and you go there, you drive down with your family or you fly down, and when you get there, to get to the location, there is no such property.
It's true, yeah.
And people are conned because you're being told you don't have to pay the full amount, give us 30% deposit. And if you pay the 30%, that's the money they're actually looking for. They are not looking for the full amount.
Exactly.
And they don't pick your calls afterwards. So that also, the self-regulation will actually lead to the growth of the industry.
Interesting. What do you think about Airbnbs? Do you think that it's the in thing, or do you think that they still have a long way to go? Leave your comment on our YouTube page and we'll get back to you and we'll read your comment out. So another interesting thing that is coming up is affordable housing. What do you think about affordable housing? Some people think it's a fallacy. Some people will tell you, I have not seen one. But what do you think?
For me, I think it's the approach that is wrong by the government in terms of bringing out the whole concept of affordable housing. It's a very good initiative. It is something that can really put us up there and remove all these other shelters that are there. But the government is not doing it right. They have to come up with modalities of making sure that the affordable housing project is properly marketed. People are informed of what is happening, how it is happening, who is the target customer, and let them be very open with the information. Because the issue that is happening now, people do not have information. The people who have registered to get those houses, but they don't know what they are going to get, or what they want, or what is there,
or whether they will get
those houses. You see, the information is so limited that even me as a person, I will think twice to even start having that conversation about owning that particular house.
John,
so,
I think you reviewed.
Yeah, John is the one who can give us more information.
So you can tell us more about
the
uptake, about the reviews of the...
There's one catchy point the government focuses on, is on the price point. But apart from that point, as you guys are saying, you don't know the delivery timeline, the delivery promise. Like most developers will tell you this is going to end in 2025 July.
Completion.
For government,
occupation. It is open-ended.
If you are ready,
we'll inform you.
So, being money taxed from Kenyans and then selling the property before the final production, it begs a lot of questions. Kwani pesa inaenda hii kitu mnaweza gonga na miezi nne.
Actually, the other day I had a question from someone asking when the president mentioned that they are doing the affordable housing, and the money that remains from whatever they are collecting from the Kenyans, they are building markets. So now we've diverted from the affordable housing to the markets. So people are now even calling them the avoidable housing project, which is, I believe, as Alan and John said, it is more of an informational issue, because again, when you're looking at property, you already have the money. Don't dangle for me the price. If you dangle for me the price, I'll start asking myself questions.
Exactly.
Is the quality of the finishes proper? Was the build quality okay? Some people were asking, do I get a title on the on the ownership. So there is no the Boma Yangu people that is the Ministry of Housing should be passing that information to people and telling them you're getting an ownership certificate which guarantees you that this property is yours. Is it on leasehold? Is it on freehold? Because again, they were built on government land.
Yes.
So
yes.
again, if the next government comes, what are the guarantees that you're going to continue owning that property?
Yes.
The next government might come, and the way they change policy, as John said, they might change policy and say, all those who bought houses, you need to add $1 million shillings to regulate, so that we can now issue you with title deeds. So instead of the 1 million you had spent, you're spending double. There's a lot of gray areas which need to be, and I think that's where the government fails in the communication sphere. And I recently I saw they now have property dealers selling the properties. The affordable houses are now being offered by agents. Yes, selling agents.
Yes.
So you find now they've realized government is not in the business of selling. So they are giving the experts in that field, and they are doing a much better job than the government. So I wish they would stick to that, where you build the houses, give them to the agents who now market the property in such a way that they get the target group and tell them, answer the questions they want to know. Yes.
But still, even if they're giving the houses to property agents to sell, don't you think that the government also needs to come out and make people trust this project, in that I am buying into this property, knowing that if there's the next government coming in, my property is safe.
Those guarantees are the ones that are not there, and that's why you are seeing them giving to the agents, because the uptake is not as bright as they are putting it to be. And then even the ones who are buying, you're hearing some people saying the same leaders and politicians are the ones buying the property. So they said one ID, one house.
Yes.
But you'll find people have proxies. This is Kenya, and we know how it operates.
Yeah, it's true.
But do you think the uptake will improve now that it's in the agent's hands, or you think that the agents now have a lot of work to educate the public about this? Because I would want to maybe invest or buy, even for my own ownership, that affordable house. But then, how secure? At the end of the day, we ask ourselves, how secure is that?
Does the government have a parastatal that runs housing called the National Housing Corporation? Why are they not the ones selling these houses?
Exactly.
So there's a lot of gray areas, as I said, a lot of questions. The development itself, there are sometimes even ownership in the, some houses in Woodley, they were throwing out tenants. People have gone to court. They've continued building despite the court order stopping the building. What if at the end of the day, when you buy, and then the court says the people who are evicted need to be compensated by being given units first, and you had already bought your unit in there, and then you're told you'll have to wait until we do the second phase, and they're holding your money. First of all, you paid in terms of tax, and then you paid in form of
buying the house.
Yes.
So you are double paying also in this case.
Yes.
There is a lot of
gray areas.
Yes.
So
what the government needs to do in this case, they need to come clear with the expectations, what they want to do, and the process should be very clear to even the agents. Because even me as an agent, selling to you that affordable housing, it gives me, if I still have those gray areas, I will not be able to convince John to buy that house if I am not able to answer the questions that John has. So I need to have all the answers to the questions that John has before even I go to him. Because if I don't have those answers, then how am I going to convince John to buy it? Because right now, as it is, the people who are supposed to buy have so many questions that the government itself cannot even answer. So once we have those answers clear, then selling those property, because of the pricing and the areas and the locations that those properties are, will be very easy even for the agent.
So what I can add is like giving example. Just to relate the story, I remember there was a time president, people were asking, what is SHA? How does it operate? I think it was in Strathmore. Did you know all the, ministers of health, blah, blah, no one could. It's only Ruto
Who knew?
Answer.
broke
could
it
answer.
down to the crowd. And you can imagine, this is sorry guys, Ruto is the president. President Ruto had to break it down like, no, you guys are not explaining it as
you should.
Yes, you should. The thing is, some of this communication breakdown are very important for them to be trickled down properly. As I said, if the PSs and who could not break down SHA to the congregation, what is agent coming to?
Yes.
That's okay.
You see, so government need to have laws in place to secure. The minute government enters into business, it becomes a business.
Exactly.
You can't say I'm a government, then
Yes.
tomorrow I'm the one to chase you out. No.
Yes.
You come into the business, you have to secure us.
Yes.
You have to give us the surety.
Yes.
You have to tell us how. These are our agents. Because now, the other bit is, how many agents, fake agents, how Kenyans are fast.
Exactly.
Yes.
You're going to leave a lot of
Loopholes. Yeah.
So, and I think, as Brani said, communication in government is a big challenge. Because this is a time bomb. Now that government is handing over more to agents, there's going to be another. It's a time bomb.
Yes, it is.
So the government needs to structure. They need to tell us through radio, gazette, TV, that this is affordable housing. People bomb a house. This is how we structure. This is your guarantee.
And the laws
same
govern.
way you guys are selling your properties. This is my guarantee. This is my title. It's leasehold. It's 99 years. It's
Yes.
900.
It's not sold to
99.
five people.
Yes.
It's sold to
It's
me
sold to
only.
me only.
It is one ID,
Yes.
one house.
Yeah.
So right now you do not really know.
Yeah.
Like I saw in Mukurukwa Jenga, people being thrown out as soon as they came in. So you don't know who the real owners are. You don't know.
Yes.
And it shouldn't. As I said, if government gets into business, that department becomes a business. It shouldn't be politicized.
It's true.
Because, as you say, people in Kuru, some of them will stop paying. Oh, government in yetu. Then another government will come into Kenya. No,
Yes.
you see,
Yeah.
let business be business. Let law and law enforcement be let separate them.
Yeah. And I hope we have at least a law that is going to protect
Yes.
every buyer who is buying into affordable housing.
Yeah.
Because it reminds me of our first topic, buying your first home without making costly mistakes. Because you see, now when we look at this, ourselves, we're even shying away because there are so many things, as much as I would want to buy in, but there are so many things that are making me,
As much as the price is right,
as much as the
Yes.
price
you're not
is
willing
right,
to invest
I'm
even
not willing to
because
invest.
even any penny lost
Yes.
is a penny less
Yes.
Exactly.
from
Yes.
your pocket.
Yes.
So you want to be penny wise,
Yes.
and nobody really wants to risk, especially the investors who are looking to invest, as you said, for rental purposes, to rent out commercially. They will shy away from the project,
Yeah.
not because the price is wrong or because the build quality is bad, but because the communication out there is just off.
Yes.
And the other bit is, if I can just add on it, there's a framework which, affordable housing was built on. Salary. But right now, when agents come, do you think they care about your salary?
No, they don't. They don't.
So, what if, this has
They are
happened before.
they are looking at the.
What if now the law needs to be implemented?
Yes.
Will you be snatched, these houses?
Yes.
So there need to be a very clear
Yeah.
structure.
Yeah.
And it's very important for government to take that seriously, and especially to protect investors who may stand to lose money because of.
Yeah.
You need to have a place where within your website you say these are the trusted agents.
Yes. Exactly. Because I'm seeing a lot of fake agents coming in
Yes.
and riding on it, and a lot of people being swindled.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think about affordable housing? What the pros and cons of affordable housing? Maybe you can share your views on it. Just leave your comment on our YouTube page and we'll read it out as we finish. So I know if we continue,
Yeah.
we might not finish. We might not finish. There's a lot to talk about, and I'm just learning that we need to tackle this a topic per topic, because there's a lot to talk about on Airbnb, a lot to talk about on affordable housing, a lot to talk about in the property market. So our viewers, forgive us if we have to cut this short, but we have to, because if we continue, we might not finish. Now, even before we close, we have a few projects that interesting projects that we have in the market. For instance, we have one of a commercial project called Purple Towers. Purple Towers is located on Mombasa Road, along Mombasa Road, and it is ideal for grade A offices and retail spaces with modern amenities such as high-speed elevators, 24-hour security system, ample parking, backup generators, among others. So if you want to view or if you want to secure an office at Purple Towers, kindly get in touch with us. We have our contact details on the screen. So you can either call or email us and we'll get back to you. Alternatively, you can even leave a comment on our YouTube page and we'll get back to you. Another interesting project that we have is To Work. To Work is a co-working space located in Lavington. It is designed for freelancers, startups, and creatives and businesses. So if you are looking for a quiet place to work with internet, with high-speed internet, with a reception area, look no further. Get in touch with us and we will hook you up to this amazing co-working space. On to residential. We have an interesting project in Parklands. It's called Isra Residency. This is an off-plan project located in the heart of Parklands. It's on 6th Avenue along Githuri Road. So the project is 75% done, and it's going to be completed in January 2026. It consists of 2, 3, and 4 bedroom apartments. Some of the amenities that we have are high-speed lifts, 24-hour security system, ample parking, and it also has very modern finishes. On to Airbnb. We have a very nice Airbnb located at it's Garden City, Mivida Airbnb. It's a 1-bedroom apartment for both long-term and short-term stays, well furnished, beautifully furnished, spacious living and private balcony, fast Wi-Fi, fully equipped kitchen, quiet and secure estate, perfect for business and weekend stays. So if you want to get more information about this, don't forget to reach us on our office line, our email, or drop us a comment on our YouTube page or even Facebook page, and we will get back to you. So let me check. Do we have any questions on our pages? Can someone help me check if we have any questions so that we can tackle it? Question, any questions on the page?
So alternatively, they can leave suggestion on what other aspect they would like us to talk about next.
Yes.
So guys, leave the suggestion on the comment section. We'll be able to tackle each. Some of these questions need to be delved deeply.
Yes.
Give a suggestion as you like the video, like the channel. If you're from African Traveler, please remember to subscribe to Brilliant Homes.
Yeah.
It's a very reliable real estate company. If you're planning to lease, buy, rent,
Airbnb,
reach out. Check their website as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've actually come across a few questions. Grace is asking, is now the right time to buy land, or should I wait for prices to drop?
Have prices ever dropped?
Price for land in Kenya has been on upward trajectory forever. We'll say for houses they are dropping, but for land they are rising, because again, as I said, we are moving from the single dwelling, which was occupying smaller space. So now what people do is you buy 4 single dwellings and convert them into an apartment which can occupy 60 units. So that land value will not go low, it will go higher.
Actually,
And even John, what trends have you seen lately?
So trend, if you see the report by, was it Haas Consult? We have Nate Frank. We have Saiton also reports. Saiton report actually mentioned that in 2024, 2025, land price appreciation or return on investment, the land price was higher than property. You know that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Fastest
On land,
growing.
it's higher than property.
In Kenya, there's a reason why you have a lot of land always goes up, because people hold land with the heart.
Yeah.
You know, that's something that research was done. But I think there's a farm in New York, and we're like, why is, there's post-election, there's what, but the land price is still going up. And in Kenya, probably if you're in a different country, you'll never understand, but it's our obligation, it's my obligation to have land.
Own a
own.
piece of property.
So, and that, and one of the reasons why we didn't mention this, but there are so many, Nairobi high rise is growing, is it's the only way to recoup your return on investment, because the property price is high.
If you build a single dwelling unit.
If you buy $1 billion, a very small piece of land, the only way you can recoup is.
I think we are at $1 billion in Upper Hill per acre. So if you buy at $1 billion, the only way you can recoup.
It was highly appreciated. I think that sometime it came back to normal, but that time, I think it was just. But the realistically is land across the country never depreciates. Yeah.
Okay. Another question we have from Mwaniki is between buying an apartment and building an own home, which makes more sense in 2025?
It depends where you are.
Location, distance.
So number one, he said house to live or to do what?
Yeah.
He wants to buy an apartment.
Buy an apartment or build
for living or for
living.
I don't know. It's location based. It depends. Number one, with what you want, the location you need. If you're going to have a family, if you're going to have kids and you have young kids, I think the most ideal would be gated community.
Yeah.
If you want to do commercial, if you want to use it for commercial use, or if you're a younging, in a middle, between 20s to 30s, early 40s.
Even 50s when your kids are fully grown.
You can have an apartment whereby it's convenient for you to go to work.
Yes.
And it helps
distance
you.
from amenities
Distance,
also.
exactly.
Again, as we age, people are now looking at distance to the hospitals, road networks, distance to schools. Because again, I don't want my kid being driven for 2 hours to get to school and 2 hours back in the evening.
Yes.
That's a bit disconcerting, where the kid leaves the house at 5 a.m. to get to school on time. So depending on the need of Mwaneki, he should weigh and balance out. Does he have kids? Does he go to the office daily? What's his daily commute like? What amenities is he looking at? Because in some places you can get public service vehicles that are reliable. In some places the public service is not very reliable. Does he drive? Which directions do they go to?
Exactly.
So in some places like Parklands, where you said you have a property, the distance to CBD, if he's going to CBD and Westlands, is quite short. But the price also is quite high.
Yes.
But if you look at an area like Ruaka, which still has apartments, the price is not as high and the distance is not as far.
Yeah.
But even if you go further afield, now Juja, the Ruirus, the Thikas, the Kitengelas, then you're getting a bit more open air living, where you can now build a home at the price of an apartment in Parklands. You can get in a gated community in Kitengela, but then your daily commute will be access to hospitals, as much as there are satellite hospitals in such places. Reliable ones, especially the big ones, is not as close.
Yeah.
But now we are seeing development of the same amenities in those areas. So it depends. It's a balance.
So as well, I'll just add, it also depends. So you can buy an apartment in a very nice place for living. But the other thing is you have to do your research in places like Kilimani, where most people are leasing them as Airbnb.
Yes.
That's a place, not only your kids, even you yourself, you wouldn't want to stay
Yes.
as a daily. So you have to also look at the dynamics of people buying the property. Apart from that, what I can also mention is you have to do a very thorough review of what you really want, because Nairobi offers, all you need. So it just depends on what you really want. And if you're diaspora, what I can say is check for a legit company to buy from, and buy a finished product if you're not really sure. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
After very good follow-up with that due process.
There's one more question. I think I need to read it out, but my tablet is out. So there's one question from Philip. He was asking about affordable housing. Yeah, the question was, can someone help me? Can someone help me? I need to read out one last question from Philip, who was asking about affordable housing. Thank you. So one question from Philip, the last question. Why should I pay for the affordable housing with all the uncertainties? And plus, it's on public property rather than buy land and build on it.
I think what I can say is life is a risk. There's nothing guaranteed.
Yeah.
And even if you buy from a well-known developer, sometimes the government may want to pass a railway,
build a road,
Build a road, yes.
or a dam. What do you do? It's life is full of risk. The other aspect, if you follow the right procedure with government, what do you call it, affordable housing, is the fact that this is our government. The government is not apart from us.
it represents the people.
The government objective is to make its people's life better and secure, and progress the country.
Yeah.
The government on the other side wouldn't be the first one to destroy initiative done, regardless of how it was done by the previous government.
Yeah.
There's some wrongs the government wouldn't really.
Yes.
So I think also to add on it, John, government should really come out clearly and give the buyers the confidence they need in terms of having the proper information about the houses that they're buying. Because as we said, there are so many gray areas that even me as a buyer, I still have so many questions. Question marks.
Especially when you go to the bigger properties, not the bed sitters and the one bedrooms. When you go to the 3 bedrooms, they are 3 million. 3 million is quite a chunk of money. I can go and invest elsewhere and get a proper. The land may probably in the suburbs, as John said, Kitengelas, the Ngongs, the Rongais. And I can probably build a decent house.
Yes.
And even now, you're seeing also very innovative people who are even building, they're calling them little houses, where you convert containers and build into a beautiful home at the cost of the same you're paying for the affordable house. So it depends on what the client is looking at. But the rider is, I believe the government should push the project. As much as they are pushing it through the Ministry of Housing, it should also be pushed by the parastatal, which is in charge of housing in the country, which is the NHC, National Housing Corporation, because that is why it was formed in the first place. And they've never had a problem of property ownership.
No.
So I will advise the client to go and look at what else is available, because it's an open market. We are an open market economy. So if you are not very comfortable with the government project, probably the other alternative would be do your due diligence. Even if you're buying whether from government or from a private developer, do your due diligence. Whatever you feel comfortable with, go ahead.
Okay, so we have one comment from, he's called Mr. Truthing, saying that he's watching from UK Heathrow. To be precise, kindly do this more often. I love the quality and the content. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One last question that has just come in from Mr. Busaka. It says, with the current shift in real estate market, do you think it's smarter to invest in off-plan projects now or wait to buy ready properties later?
I think we tackled this and we said when you want to buy an off-plan project, you have to have a clear-cut plan
Roadmap
with the developer that you do your payment based on phases or on
completion.
Landmark.
Tired payment
Yes,
based
because
on
if
completion.
you just put in your money at once, you are at risk of losing your money. So you agree with the developer and clearly state the phases or the plans that on how you're going to do your payment, so that you don't put your money at once. So once they complete a certain phase, you do a payment. When they complete the second phase, then you do a payment until the end of the project. Then you can finalize and take. And even before you finalize, you go check on the fixtures and everything is as per what you want. Then you can do your final payment. Because in Kenya, we've faced so much issues with off-plan projects. There are off-plan projects that are now like 10, 15 years, 20 years, and they're not still up.
Complete.
And people have paid their money. Their whole savings have been put there. So it's good if you just agree with the developer, do it in phases.
I believe also you talk to a lawyer. It's important because then they can put the money in an escrow account. So if you're looking to buy off plan, put the money in an escrow account where the property developer will only get the money, access to it, when they get to the end of the bargain. I've been beaten once, so I know I have experience with that. And I believe for me advising anyone, there are so many completed projects. I prefer that direction. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, off plan, you save on the upwards of 1 million.
Yes.
So it's a good thing. For most people, they've suffered, but for the biggest population, they've enjoyed it. So sometimes, the bad side gets to be shown, to be talked to most of the time. But as our brothers here said, have it entire. Agree with the, as we said earlier, agree with the developer. If it's a 10 million house, how much until the slab is done? And most of the developers, because I've worked with majority of them, they agree. They use their money, you compensate after that stage. You verify, you compensate. They go to the next step. Yes, until the house is finished. Even if the developer will run bankrupt, you will not lose a coin. But that is before you've done very good due diligence and involved a legal expert also in the initial phase. So it's very important for you. But off-plan is good. You save a lot.
True. I agree. Off-plan is good. You save a lot, but you have to be careful.
Very.
And also you can also do a research. We have developers who've been doing off-plan and they have finished projects. 10, some have even done 10 projects on off-plan. Some 5, some 3. There's that reputation that someone builds over time. So besides that, also get an advocate to also advise you on what to take. So viewers, we've come to the end of our episode today, and before even we wrap up, I'll just ask my panel to say something as we close? A brief. That's a statement.
Interesting. So we've had a lot to discuss, and I believe the information that we've discussed here is just to help someone make the right decision when it comes to property buying. So keep watching us and be sure that we'll have something for you.
I will tell the viewers, be penny wise, follow the advice, do your due diligence. Every time. No exceptions. Every time. Due diligence. Use the legal capabilities afforded to you. Some things may cost you more money, but they are necessary. They will save you money in the long run.
So yeah, it's been a great discussion today. And guys, just leave the comment. Let us know what you want us to discuss more. I think we've delved into two main areas, and yeah, we both shared what we know, and I hope you guys really gotten some insight on how to grow your and secure your investment. The thing is, the country will keep growing, properties will keep appreciating in price, so don't be scared, but don't be fooled. So keep watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share as well.
Yeah.
On both platforms. So if you're not following
Brilliant Homes,
please go check their website. They're doing very amazing information in terms of property ownership, and they also do sell and lease and properties. I don't know what I can break. I don't know how I can break that down, but yeah. Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you viewers for listening and watching us. It's been great. It's been amazing. Looking forward to another special edition like this, and kindly give us a topic that you need us to cover, and we will be glad to cover it. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube page, Brilliant Elite Homes, Facebook page, Brilliant Homes, our Instagram, Brilliant__Homes KE. Till next time, this has been Keys and Bricks, and I've been your host, Lorraine Ashimosi. See you.
Thank you.
Right.